Hello everyone, my name is Ever. So right now I wanted to check out this New York Times article and it's titled Why Foreign Officers Are Policing Haiti. I've been wanting to talk about this topic because for those who don't know, Haiti is going through a humanitarian crisis. They have a lot going on over there, and this gang violence that has been uprising have not made things easier for the people that live over there. And unfortunately, a lot of people have been displaced, a lot of people have been murdered, a lot of people have been kidnapped. So it's a very horrible situation. And the fact that foreign countries have to come in to intervene is even more alarming. About 400 Kenyan officers have deployed to Haiti as part of the first wave of a multinational contingent tasked with trying to restore order in the gang-plagued Caribbean nation. Foreign law enforcement officers started arriving in Haiti late last month, more than a year and a half after the prime minister there issued a plea to other countries for help to stop the rampant gang violence that has upended the Caribbean nation. The 400 officers from Kenya are the first contingent of a deployment of officers from 8 nations. So there are other nations that are involved in this. And the reason why a lot of this is concerning is because this is not the first time that some type of military force has been sent to Haiti. This type of deployment has been done in the past. The USA has mostly been involved in this, and a lot of the time they don't fix anything. Their job is to try to wrest control of Haiti's capital, Port-au-Prince, from dozens of armed groups that have attacked police stations, freed prisoners, and killed with impunity. So far, the officers have gone out on a few patrols around Port-au-Prince, and the authorities have not reported any clashes with any armed groups. Some security experts say the Kenyan officers face a significant challenge supporting Haiti's police and facing up with a well-armed and highly organized gangs which have vowed to fight the foreign officers. Now the thing is, Haiti is not a country that produces armed guns. So the fact that these gangs that are in Haiti have access to guns, they're very well armed and they're very well and highly organized gangs, there has to be something or someone that is funding this. Since Haiti's appeal for international help went out in October of 2022, more than 8,000 people have died in the violence there. Over 3,000 people so far this year alone, the United Nations says. With a weakened national government and the presidency vacant, dozens of gangs have put up roadblocks, kidnapped and killed civilians, and attacked entire neighborhoods. About 200,000 people were forced from their homes from March to May, according to the UN. The Kenyans in Haiti are the first to deploy of an expected 2,500 member force, an effort largely organized by the Biden administration. Why does the United States feel like they have to intervene in this? I mean, they are the only ones that are actually doing something because I don't see any other country trying to actually do something. Everybody knows, well, people who have studied the history of Haiti, that the United States and largely France have a lot to do with why Haiti is in the situation that it's in today. There is a long history of international forces being sent to Haiti for the stated purpose of restoring law and order that have left behind grim legacies of civilian casualties, sexual exploitation, and diseases. Exactly. It has not worked in the past. So I feel like since there are so many eyes on this right now, this has to work for the sake of Haiti. So what would the officers do? The newly arrived officers are expected to tackle a long list of challenges, including retaking control of the country's main port and free major highways from criminal groups that demand money from drivers. Yeah, exactly. Checkpoints along roads have become a major source of income for the gangs, experts say. I get that, but these gangs are not getting these guns and all of these weapons just for collecting money from drivers. Where do they find the technology and the resources to hide somewhere and to have all these weapons, influence, and power? 2 weeks into the deployment, the Kenyan officers who are based at the international airport in Port-au-Prince have gone out on limited patrols, working jointly with the Haitian police. They have patrolled the downtown streets of the capital and the areas near the National Palace, the Haitian Police Academy, and the U.S. Embassy. Officially called the Multinational Security Support Mission, the deployment is expected to last at least a year, according to the U.S. government. So basically, the 400 Kenyan officers alone cannot take down this gang. Or it was a total of 8 countries that are going to be involved in this. This probably will not get solved right away. I'm pretty sure it won't get solved right away, but the 400 Kenyan troops alone cannot take down this gang. What other countries are involved? So besides Kenya, the Bahamas, Bangladesh, Barbados, Belize, Benin, Chad, and Jamaica have officially offered personnel for the mission. Okay. Kenya, the Bahamas, Bangladesh, Barbados, Belize, Benin, Chad, and Jamaica. So these are the countries that have offered personnel for the mission. And so far, Kenya has been the first one to actually offer to go. They sent 400 troops, and between all of them, I'm assuming they will send about 2,500 troops. I think that's what they said. Interesting the countries that were chosen. We see the Bahamas, Barbados, Belize, and Jamaica are within Haiti's region, so it makes kind of sense. But seeing Benin and Chad here, as well as Bangladesh, Benin, Chad being African country, Bangladesh being in Asia, these are countries where people of color are. And I wonder why the United States did not choose to send their own people. I wonder why they had to go to African countries and countries in Asia and in the Caribbean and Central America to do this mission. While Kenyan officials estimate the mission's cost will run up to 600 million, a UN fund to pay for it has only raised 21 million. Kenya is going through a debt crisis right now. I actually made a video about it, and it's crazy that they have William Ruto, Kenya's president, actually offered himself to help in this, considering the financial situation that Kenya is in right now. The United States has pledged more than 300 million, but the US, Canada, and France, Haiti's biggest benefactors and allies, were unwilling to send troops of their own. It's interesting that the article says Haiti's biggest benefactors and allies. I don't know about Haiti's relationship with Canada. I don't know much about that, but US and France specifically are not only Haiti's biggest benefactors and allies, they're also the reason why Haiti is in the situation that they are currently, and that they have been for years and decades. I just don't understand why there is no force on France to do something about this, because France owes reparations to Haitians. So what is the US role? The United States has provided many of the mission supplies, rushing to find armored vehicles and other equipment. The US military flew more than 100 flights into Haiti to support the mission, carrying more than 2,696 tons of supplies. Civilian contractors have built sleeping quarters for the Kenyan officers at the Port-au-Prince airport. US officials say they are hopeful that a new prime minister and police chief will be able to stem the violence. Gary Conille, a former UN official who was appointed prime minister by a presidential transitional council, met recently with Secretary of State Anthony J. Blinken to discuss the challenges facing his homeland. So this is pretty much all of the article. I'm gonna link this article down below. I actually found it to be very informative. If you guys want to know more about what's currently happening in Haiti, why the US is involved, why Kenya is involved, what other countries are involved. I just hope that this actually gets resolved within this year, or at least next year. These gangs cannot get away with terrorizing people like this. And Haiti already has enough issues to be dealing with this issue. And I really hope everything works out for the best.